great performance and interview with Kenny Wesley. Now on to our next artist. She's from Washington, D.C. and has revolutionized the pop music industry with her own creative style. I got a chance to sit down and talk with her. Check it out. Thank you so much for coming out today. I was very excited for this interview and to hear more about you. So thank you so much for coming out today.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much.
Definitely, definitely. So let's start off with your name. Where did that come from? And tell us how to really say it the right way.
Okay, Lillian. My name is Lillian.
Okay.
I tell many times people, think of Dylan and swap the D with an L. Lillian.
Okay.
The spelling is very different and unique, and how it came about was I was thinking of what name would be something unique, something different that would embody the essence of who I am. And it took some soul searching, and I remember one specific incident when I was driving down in Washington, D.C., and I saw the LaFont Plaza sign in green and white. Yeah. And I drove by, and there and then I saw my name, Lillian, right in front of my eyes in big letters.
Right.
And then and there I knew that is what I was, what I am, and what I will be. And it just stuck with me.
I like that.
Since then.
That's wonderful. Such strength and power behind that name.
Yeah,
that's a wonderful name. So where are you from? Tell us a little about your background.
I'm a native Washingtonian, born and raised.
Great.
But I have traveled the world quite a bit, and that also you can see through my music the different musical pulls that I pull from and get that influence from as well.
Wow, that's amazing. So you're an accomplished singer and songwriter. Tell us about what goes into your music and when you're coming up with your concepts for your music.
Concepts for music, well, I would say the concept for my music first started with my original signature sound, which is Lucid Pop. And that started way back a couple of years ago when I had first gone to LA, and I had met then with the VP of Fox Studios.
Okay.
And he had listened to one of my, actually he listened to one of my first single releases. And he sat down with me and he said, Lillian, you know, your sound is very unique, very different.
Definitely.
You're going to have to go back home and figure out exactly what genre are you. So I came back home to Washington, thought, and kind of pulled it out from the universe.
Yeah.
Got that, you know, vibe. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is Lucid Pop. I am Lucid Pop. Wow. And I consider it basically a subgenre of contemporary music. Okay. But what it is in essence, I'm taking classical elements and I'm weaving this fabric into a modern pop sound. Wow. And at the same time coupling it with positive messages. And the essence is hope with this sensuality, so everyone can feel cool, modern, and sexy in their own skin. Yeah. And that's what Lucid Pop is about.
Wow. Feel good music, as I like to call it. I like it.
Feel good music.
So how long have you been doing music? Like, when did you get started?
Oh, I've been doing music since I can remember, probably since the age of 3.
Wow.
I can remember people telling me I barely spoke, and I would grab any instrument that there was in my surrounding, even if it was a guitar bigger than I was. I would grab it and I would just start playing rhythms on it and humming to it or singing, just anything, from lullabies to anything. And I remember also going crazy whenever I would hear street performers. Any type of rhythm, any beat, I'd start moving to it, I'd start humming to it, and it was just almost like a second language to me. And I was originally being trained to be a classical pianist, and at the age of 9 is when I composed my first authentic song. And the lyrics were very simple for a 9-year-old, but the melody was quite advanced because it was, you know, it were chord progressions, arpeggios, all sorts of things going on up and down the scale. And at that moment I was like, there's something different here.
Something going.
There's something different, and I feel really good expressing it.
Wow.
And I just knew then and there that that's what I wanted to do with my life, and that was my calling. And then I just took that further, and then I started taking professional voice lessons. One thing led to another. Went to the university, got degrees in vocal performance and classical music and composition.
Wow.
And after that, I crossed over and began my new road into modern pop music, Lucid Pop.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Started at such a young age and really identify and discover your talent at a young age.
I'm crazy about music. That's one thing. Just crazy about it, and I want to share that joy that I have and happiness with people.
So you have a very distinct sound. How do people react to Lucid Pop? Can you give some examples of?
I've had all sorts of positive reactions to Lucid Pop, actually. It's very interesting. I've had people who are diehard fans for rock music, or I had a DJ from Minnesota who's strictly in rock, and he told me one of my tracks, 2 Solo 2, Only You, off of Warrior Angel, is his favorite song, and he puts it in his truck in the morning, goes to work, and comes back home. He says he strictly listens to rock.
That's important so that someone can listen and really tap into something that's going on in their life.
Exactly. Make it personal.
Exactly.
So I can actually become part of their life, but in a positive way.
All right. So clearly you are a trendsetter. I mean, you've revolutionized the pop music with Lucid Pop. I mean, you're onto something really big. I mean,
the Beatles. Beatles fought for peace, I fight for hope. But through music. But through music, absolutely.
Definitely. So your debut album we have here.
Yes, Warrior Angel. Yes, very, very excited.
A lot of buzz about this album. Tell us about it. It made history.
Warrior Angel, very, very excited. My debut album. It received the Grindy Music Award for Music Excellence.
Awesome.
And interesting story behind that. I didn't know I was awarded the award until my manager calls me on the cell phone and she says, "Lillian, you won't believe it. Warrior Angel just received the Grindy Music Award because you're nominated for that and you're awarded that. It's not something that you put your name into the ballot for."
Right.
And I was like, this is incredible as an independent artist, and let alone as starting out in a new genre for you to be nominated.
Exactly.
I was ecstatic. And so she calls me up and says, "Lillian, Warrior Angel got the Grindy Music Award," and I was screaming on the telephone.
Yeah, I mean.
And then on the other side, she joined in, and we had 2-minute back and forth of just delight. And I was completely.
Wow.
So overwhelmed with joy and happiness.
Yeah.
Because that it was so positively accepted.
Exactly. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration that goes into your music. What inspires you? Or
everything and anything. It depends. It can be personal situations. Many times I can be going to an event or talking to someone that's very close to me, or meeting someone for the first time in my life while I'm traveling, and it's through interpersonal contact or just a personal experience that I've experienced that I want to set to music and share that with people. So every single song on this album, there's a story behind it that I believe that every single person can relate to.
And so you write all the songs yourself?
That is another thing. I write all the music and all the lyrics, everything. 100%.
So you're completely hands in, all the way involved.
Everything, and also I do many of the arrangements.
Love Story.
Yes.
One of my favorites. Tell us what went into Love Story specifically.
Love Story. Love Story is the first single that was released off of the album Warrior Angel. It is the more up-tempo, catchy dance vibe, sexy song. How it came about?
Yes.
I went to a party with a couple of friends, and there was this one gentleman in the corner that caught my eye, and we all have these experiences, ladies, guys, you go somewhere, there's that mystery.
Wow.
Because we're all searching for love.
That's true.
And we all want a love story.
Right.
We don't know the longevity of that love story, but we want it. And then I came home that evening. I was so inspired by that event, and it was just a mysterious vibe that I felt, and it just wouldn't leave my thoughts. And I sat down by the piano. I started playing out the melody, and the words just came simultaneously. And it just formed that night. I wrote the whole song, and I didn't go to sleep. I didn't get, I think, an hour's sleep until I finished it. And I wrote it, and I was like, this is it. This is a love story.
Let's check out a clip of the video for Love Story.
Spotted you in the crowd, your eyes, your smile. The way you looked at me, time stopped for a while. And now comes the moment of truth. Am I strong enough to step in front of you? And now you'll see what I'm made of. Let me touch you, let me wonder how we could love each other. In the evening, in the morning, this could be our love story. Let me touch you, let me wonder how we could love each other. As the night breaks and the light shines, this could be our love time. Love story, love story. You came across the room, your steady gaze, standing still in my tracks, hoping for your embrace. And now comes the moment of truth. Am I strong enough to step in front of you? And now you'll see what I'm made of. Let me touch you, let me wonder how we could love each other. In the evening, in the morning, this could be our love story. Let me touch you, let me wonder how we could love each other. As the night breaks and the light shines, this could be our love time. Let me kiss you, let me hunger to love us, find each other. That I chose you, let me see, must be my fantasy. Love story. Let me touch you, let me wonder how we could love each other. In the evening, in the morning, this could be our love story. Let me touch you, let me wonder how we could love each other. As the night breaks and the light shines, this could be our love time. Love story, love story. Let me touch you. Let me wonder. Let me touch you.
So that was a video for Love Story. I mean, amazing video.
Thank you. What I wanted to do with the video for Love Story is I wanted to bring it to animation. And why animation? I feel animation is something where we all get joy watching something that's animated.
Right.
Because it kind of brings us into that fantasy world.
So what are your plans for the rest of the year and going into 2012? What new stuff can we look
New
for?
stuff. I am working now on a fantastic new single that will be released in 2012 at the start of the year. So everybody look out for that. It will be called I'm in Love.
You have so much going on, so many great things. Actually, another thing we wanted
Yes.
to mention, Warrior Angel Instrumental Special Release.
Special release.
So this is all the instrumentals from Warrior Angel.
Correct. And this was released this year.
Okay.
It is the full Warrior Angel debut album, but instrumental format. So if you just want a day of relaxation without any words and no singing, just an instrumental version, this is your go-to CD. Also, it's fabulous if you want to sing along to any of these songs. You
Yeah,
put
I'll
this
try.
in, you can sing. You can sing your heart out, you know, to any of the tracks. But we're super excited to release this, especially since as an indie artist that I had the opportunity to release the full Warrior Angel CD in instrumental special release format.
Well, that
so
is
super
great.
excited about that.
Well, now you know where to get your copy. Right here, Warrior Angel Instrumental and the debut album. all available online.
Lillon.com.
Lillon.com.
That's LILLON.com.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You can see more of my interview at www.cpo-productions.com. That's our show for today. My name is Elle, and we'll see you next time on Musically Hot in the DMV.